Her husband secretly turned on the gas. He wanted to kill his deaf wife, just to be sure. He even aimed a hidden camera right at her face. Then he made a fake phone call, right in front of her, shouting that the gas was leaking, and that she would definitely die today. But the wife had no reaction, so he walked out, pretending to be on the phone. What he didn't know was that his wife could actually hear. She had recovered her hearing, and now he was outside, watching her through his phone, with his mistress. To avoid suspicion, the wife calmly moved a Tika, so its shadow blocked the camera. That tiny move made her husband suspicious, so he and the mistress rushed back home. Inside, the wife picked up an ashtray, trying to trigger the smoke alarm. The husband rushed back in. The gas smell was everywhere. They ran to open the windows, and then he saw her, lying unconscious on the floor. They both relaxed. He knelt down to check her condition. She didn't move, so the mistress told him to go ahead with the final step. If the wife disappeared, they would get her billion-dollar fortune. He picked up a fruit knife, ready to stab, but right then, the building staff burst in. They said the smoke alarm had gone off, so they came to check. Before the husband could react, the wife slowly opened her eyes. She acted confused, and asked what was going on. The husband lied. He said the room was stuffy. He fainted from exhaustion, and the smoke alarm just malfunctioned. The staff believed him and left, but now the mistress was nervous. Everyone knew the wife was still alive. Killing her wouldn't be so easy anymore. The wife knew they'd keep trying. She couldn't sit around waiting to die, so she told her husband she wanted to go back to work. He had no choice but to agree. The next day at the office, the mistress came to greet her warmly, but the moment she turned around, she whispered to the husband, "We need to get this deaf woman out of here." She told him they had people planted in the company, and the wife could never find out. But the wife heard every word. She just pretended not to. She calmly told the mistress to gather everyone for a meeting. When the meeting began, the wife realized all the executives had been replaced by her husband's people. The company had completely changed, but she stayed calm and asked them to report their work. Suddenly, a phone rang, and she looked up. Without thinking, that tiny reaction was caught by her husband and the mistress. They realized she might have regained her hearing. After the meeting, they decided to test her again. If she could hear, then she had heard all their secrets, and she had to die. They waited for her in the parking garage. When she showed up, the husband stepped on the gas and drove straight at her. She knew it was a test. If she flinched, they would know the truth. So she froze, hoping luck was on her side. At the last second, he hit the brakes. They were convinced she must still be deaf. They would wait for another chance, but the wife was done waiting. She called her lawyer, said she leaked fake info to the mistress, that she had evidence of her husband stealing the company. She told the mistress to meet at a cafe the next day. Just as she opened the folder, the husband showed up. She acted shocked, asked him why he was there. He panicked, told her to hand over the documents, but it was already too late. They had walked right into her trap. Want to know what happens next? Follow me. I'll be sharing the next chat after soon.